just peed into the grass. Unexpectedly, a poison girl rushed on. Girl's eyes are blurred. The whole person is directly attached to your body. He kept saying that he was so hot. Faced with such a bright scene. But you didn't harden up. Just because you recognized the girl in front of you. I never imagined that I would be reborn the next day. To be involved in such trouble. The girl in front of me is named Su Yaoqing, and the reason why she looked impatient. She was poisoned by her sister Su Shaolin. Su Yaoqing will be engaged to a second-generation immortal tomorrow. And the bloody thing is, his sister Su Shaolin also fell in love with that second-generation to stop immortal. This engagement. He simply gave Su Yaoqing an obscene poison. I want him to lose his virginity tonight. What a coincidence. You big man is peeing nearby. So this world-shattering wealth falls on your head. He hurriedly pulled Su Yaoqing to the cave aside. The beautiful girl buries her head in your chest. The hot breath blowing out of your nose makes you feel confused, but you didn't dare to move. Just because the girl in front of me will have a terrifyingly high status in the previous life, Su Yaoqing was the female immortal emperor of the demonic immortal realm's hands. In the end, I almost stabbed the entire fairy world. And you were just an immortal king in your previous life, a corner of the battlefield in the fairy world. I have witnessed Su Yaoqing's peerless grace with my own eyes, accompanied by a roar. Su Yaoqing, who has never been satisfied, ignoring the self-taught arching back and forth, finally put on my tender red lips. Attached to your lips. It's like a nuclear bomb exploded in your head at this moment. The future unattainable character empress, actually asking for a kiss. How can I bear this? Your mind is hot. Then kissed him back hard. Don't worry about the future. Let's talk about it in the future. My majestically king for all his life. Enjoy it now. Soon the two of them were immersed in enjoy. And you are in the fun room unknowingly. Automatically perform a skill. This technique is the most heaven-defying magic technique you have ever seen. It's also the reason why you were reborn. You practiced hard back then. Arriving at the realm of the immortal king. The immortal emperor is a being who can walk sideways unless he emerges from the immortal king. Henceforth, cultivation has stagnated. 10,000 years have passed. Su Yaoqing was born. Become the first emperor. And you, an old guy, are still the former king who went out of the world. Later, after some advice from an expert, you finally understand that there is something wrong with your dowry. It's a miracle to break through to the previous king. There is no possibility of further progress. You are unwilling. So I searched frantically for something that could make up for Daoji. Finally found a technique in an ancient temple. This skill is a double cultivation magic skill. Instead, the Yin-Yang Tai Chuan Sutra has the ability to steal the sky and change the sun. Basic defects. At that time, your mouth was almost cooked with laughter. Are happy. You were suddenly attacked by a mysterious man. Then the temple suddenly collapsed, turned into a vortex and sucked you in. After waking up again, found to have been reborn. Reborn into a certain cultivation on the handyman disciple of Dongmen. Then we encountered the beginning. Your current cultivation level is the second level of key. It can be considered very low, but no matter how low your cultivation level is, it has been beyond by spiritual energy. This battle lasted from day to midnight. Both of them have lost their strength. Just then they both fell asleep. Early the next morning, Su Shaolin led a group of people arrive in front of Su Yaoqing's cave. When he puts on a smile, his sister really does too. Clearly no. Today is the big day to get engaged to Mr. Kai. Still sleeping so late. Also here is Su Zizhuo, the leader of the Kinglian sect. He is also the father of Su Yaoqing and Su Shaofang. Maybe I feel something is wrong. Su Zizhuo let go of his power and explored the cave. I happen to see you sleeping with Su Yaoqing in your arms. Suddenly the violent divine power rolled towards the backboard. You, the late king in your previous life. Once. It can kill a large number of Jindan juniors. At this moment, you are so suppressed that you can't move. Are you dying? A trace of self-deprecation appears on your face. But I got you before. This life is not in vain. Su Yaoqing on the side had a complicated look in his eyes. The next second, I pounced directly on you. Dad, he is also a victim. Don't kill him. You were shocked. The future cold-blooded empress. She was so kind when she was a girl. What happened to him? So much so that he later became a demon fairy. You are thinking wildly. Su Zizhuo's cold voice sounded in Aran's ears. Please, Su Yaoqing's lips tremble. It seems like I finally made up my mind after a long time. I beg you. Su Zizhuo's consciousness moved again. Just a handyman, dog-like thing. Can make you pay. The only chance to beg me. As expected, you have the same virtues as your mother. Su Yaoqing always looked fragile and tearful. But after hearing Su Zizhuo's last words, his face suddenly turned cold. Su Zizhuo, you don't deserve to be called upon for your life by my daughter on behalf of my mother. Logically speaking, Su Zizhuo should be very angry, but he retreated calmly. And Su Yaoqing looked at you coldly. Then quickly put on clothes. As for you, you are not embarrassed at all. I even started to eat the melons of their father and daughter in my mind. It seems, Su Zizhuo did something bad to Su Yaoqing's mother. I don't really think of Su Yaoqing as my precious daughter. Rather, it is used as a tool for marriage. At this time, the new second generation Kai Kan waiting outside the door was a little anxious. Su, Why doesn't my future wife come out yet? Su Zizhuo took a deep breath. Talking about family misfortune. Su Yaoking stole someone. Please forgive Mr. Kai. The words just fell. You and Su Yaoking will leave from the cave. Walked out. Su Yaoking glanced at Su Zizhuo with an extremely cold look. He is a golden elixir monk. You can tell at a glance that you've been poisoned. But in order to preserve Su Shaolan's reputation, Su Zizhuo, he was framed without hesitation. Su Yaoking turned to Kai Kan and said, Mr. Kai, I promised Dad to marry you in return. Dad gave me life. It's not that I like you. Kai Kan looked at the beautiful girl in front of him. A hint of greed flashed deep in his eyes. He didn't want to marry Su Yaoking out of love, but to be able to dream day and night. But now he was killed by someone else first. Still a handyman during the practice period. This made Kai Kan very angry. Dislike me? Then who do you like? This garbage handyman? Besides being more handsome, what else is better than me? How could Kai Kan, who is used to being arrogant, he immediately turned to Sect Master Su Zizhuo. You really gave birth to a good daughter. Su Zizhuo was also very angry. Looking at Su Shaolan aside, she said, Little girl, Su Shaolan has always admired Mr. Kai for a long time. How about betrothing Su Shaolan to Mr. Kai? In fact, the two sisters are almost identical. It's just that Su Yaoking's figure is better. Vision is irresistible. Kai Kan immediately pulled Su Shaolan to his side. Reach out and grab the buttocks of Fang Yu. Knead it vigorously in public. Su Shaolan was treated like this by King King, immediately shy and sweet. Bikanba. There are many people here. Let's go back to the room before leaving. Su Zizhuo on the side sighed silently. The great calamity of heaven and earth. He wants to get closer to the Kai family. Then I thought of the method of lotus shade. Liang Yan's partner Kai Kan is as lustful as life. Su Zizhuo's original plan was to sacrifice Su Yaoking. Who knew that by mistake? Su Yaoking lost her virginity early. Then I have no choice but to feel wronged and jump into the fire. Master Kai's banquet has been prepared. Please also ask the young master to move to the kingdom. I can hold an engagement ceremony for you and Lena. Kai Kun agreed. But he turned around and looked at Su Yaoking. There is greed and unwillingness hidden deep in the eyes. After the group leaves, Su Yaoking turned to look at him. I want you to roll down the mountain and fend for yourself. But looking at Su Yaoking, who took away his first time, I don't know why I can't be cruel. After thinking for a long time, he said, Junior brother, your Kai Kun's temperament will never let you go. As a handyman disciple, no ability to resist at all. Why don't I make the next order? How about taking you to Kingling Peak? Then, he added that I only save people until the end. Don't think too much. It's impossible between me and you. What happened last night was just a dream. Su Yaoking is a true disciple in Kingling. And Kingling Peak is his exclusive mountain. Can I move here from the work area? You can ask for it. He immediately agreed with a smile. Soon you found a cave on this mountain peak. Settle down. It is worthy of the treatment of a true disciple. The concentration of spiritual energy. I don't know how many times it is higher than the handyman. You sit down cross-legged and prepare to practice. But the next second, he opened his eyes suddenly. Just now when you were practicing, he actually captured 8 spiritual energy points at once, instantly pulled them into the body. In my memory, my predecessor's qualifications only one can be captured at a time. That's why I've been on the mountain for 6 years before I can only now I can capture 8 photons at once. Cultivation talent has been directly enhanced by 8 times. Your heart can't be calm for a long time. All this is the result of the Yin-Yang Tai Chuan Sutra. Just use the method of double cultivation. You can easily improve your qualifications. It is indeed a method of cultivation that defies You practice while enjoying yourself, while thinking about when to find someone to practice dual cultivation again. At this time, Su Yaoking was sitting on the futon on the other side. But I can't calm down no matter what. Women are right. My first man. Unforgettable. Su Yaoking closed her eyes. Your handsome face automatically comes to mind. Then there is the scene where the two of them are entangled with each other. It took a lot of effort. Finally started practicing. But the next second, he opened his eyes in surprise. What happened? Why do I feel like I absorb spiritual energy so much faster? After several more experiments, only then did Su Yaoking confirm. The speed of absorbing spiritual energy is about 5 times that of before. In mine. Suddenly I remember the time when I was lingering with you last night. There is a magical power flowing in the two bodies. Is it because of this magical power? Su Yaoking blushed slightly. It should be the case if you keep betting. Except for this magical power. He has encountered no other abnormalities recently. And the time is right too. Su Yaoking's face turned redder and redder. If I can improve my talent with you, isn't that considered greedy for the world of mortals? It can even be regarded as another kind of practice. Su Yaoking was extremely confused. After a moment he gritted his teeth. Then go to your cave. Junior brother, she is just my tool to reach the top of the immortal road. I do it for practice. Soon he came to your cave. Looking at your surprised eyes, Su Yaoking said with an expressionless face, Junior brother, she. Do not worry. I'm here this time. I want you to help me practice. Your eyes suddenly widened. I came here to ask for help in the middle of the night. The road is too hot. I have the weekends off. As expected of the Empress of the Demon quietly realm. Wait for Su Yaoking's next move. But I waited for a long time. Didn't wait for anything. I saw him standing, looking thoughtful. Strictly speaking, he is still a baby. From small to large, life is filled with cultivation. Very unfamiliar with things between man and women. Although I lost my virginity yesterday, but he was the passive party throughout the whole process. Now he needs to take the initiative. On the contrary, I feel a little overwhelmed. Su Yaoking tried hard to recall the situation that day. It seems that the mouth comes first. The pair of mouths then lean towards you. You look at the stunning face getting closer and closer. Heart pounding. I don't understand anymore. You hugged him instantly. I'm sure you won't like the next part. Let's just skip it. This time practice. I practiced directly until the second day. Meng Manliang. Su Yaoking quickly got dressed. Turning his back to you, he spoke coldly. It's junior brother. I don't think you have a special constitution, still possessing unparalleled magical power. But from now on, you are my exclusive training tool. If you dare to let me find out that you are having an affair with another immediately woman, execute. Do you understand? I understand that you agreed obediently. Although Su Yaoking tyrannically declared sovereignty. But I feel an inexplicable warmth. After Su Yaoking left, you quickly sit down cross-legged. I want to see how much my talent has improved during this weekend break. For a moment you enter a state of cultivation. The movement of thoughts directly captured 64 light points. This time, the speed of absorbing spiritual energy has been increased by 8 times every day. It won't take long for you to become a genius. But after the talent is improved, I don't know if it can still be done 8 times every time. The other side is at Lan Yuan Peak. After Kai Kun and Su Shaolin held their engagement ceremony, the two of them have been living here, accompanied by a hoarse scream. Su Shaolin collapsed to the ground, too tired to speak. Since the two got engaged the day before yesterday, the two of them have been playing. Looking at the twitching Su Shaolin, Kai Kun smiled slightly. Then his expression gradually turned gloomy. What you can get is the best. At this time, Su Shaolin was not worth mentioning in his eyes, and Su Yaoking's figure keeps popping up in my mind. Kai Kun smiled heavily. I secretly made a decision in my heart. Not only is he going to get Su Yaoking tonight, and I want to play in front of you,